Okay, it does show that I'm live. Okay. Round 2. Coming up. Ah, there we go. Thank you. I'm seeing someone in the chat. There was a little bit of a lag there. Hopefully that first game was recorded. Hello Krishna1244 in the Twitch chat. Where's this guy gonna go? This way? With this messed up kingside? An isolated pawn. An avenue for the queen. The knights are connected, so no rook takes knight. How to get another piece connected with the queen? Okay, this seems to be helpful. The knight now just a blink away. G5, F6. G5 is now protected. Ideally, a light square bishop exchange and a knight on this square should be real good. Targeting F6 is welcome to this exchange. I think black keeps the tension. Yeah, he wants to force this. And this is already, I think, a win. You might as well regard the knight on e4 as a home. I don't think black is ever getting an f5. Actually, forget about it, right? Who cares about position at this stage when it's 14-40 on the clock? H7 hit, knight g5. Probably a towel will be thrown in. Knight g5 has landed. The knight is hungry. No tricks here. There's no pin, no threat of rook takes g3 or anything. A successful rook takes g3. So some last minute checks, last second checks. Okay, resigner. So where do we stand? Who's that? Carl Ballmer. Okay, that's probably a player to look out for. Okay. Oh, a non-mover. Non-mover, and just like that, the doctor's in there. I haven't had any time to see who is entered. In particular, Ali Reza. Is Ali Reza in there? All right, the doctor, is he... What? He's not logged in. Oh, he is. Okay, don't do that to me. Because he did play in the last titled arena, the Blitz titled arena. Only a few games, though. I competed in that event. 3-0 time control. Alright, so here we are. Tripled pawns, but one of them is an extra. How to get this guy out. Okay. So, doubled pawns to now, and then tripled pawns to doubled pawns, and similar to this last game, you know, white does not want to take here and give the knight an enormous square, so look at the structure. My goodness. Very healthy for black. Gonna park the king here. Well, it could be challenged. The king f6 is stable. The knight serves a pretty good role defending b6. Maybe it's challenged at some point. Pile up on this guy. Where's the knight going? No good forward moves. Free pawn? This is defended. There's no tricks. Also, e4 is collapsing. 25-39. Where do we stand here? Uh-oh. Investigating network issues is the message I'm getting that is cut off on the stream. Benefactor. First time playing against Moro. Let's see. Bishop c5 is something to be mindful of. There we go. Timing, timing, timing. Open e-file, get your butt castled. Bad things can happen. If not, castled. Hello to those just joining. Are we having an issue here? It seems like we're having some kind of issue. Okay, king d2, queen e7 was in there, so about nearly 20 seconds back on the clock. White welcome to a queen exchange. Up a pawn, but no longer up a pawn, but has a nice square to work with. So 2 minor pieces alone. Playing with this isolated pawn, probably not good. This knight will be kicked? No, no knight kick. Bishop kick first and then the knight. Okay, he's up a clean piece. Mate threat, easily defended. Pick your favorite way to do it, and why not exchange queens? Up a knight. A full knight. Doubled rooks. Put the knight here, and this king could never leave the back rank. Alright, plenty of ways to do it. Hello in the chat. I am not able to see who is maybe sending stuff my way with this last second start. Alright, push that pawn. Get rolling. Tuck everything in. Perfect coordination. Guard that rook. Why isn't that rook being guarded? Before you start pre-moving, make sure that rook is defended first. Okay, no time for benefactor. Where does that put him? 5 in a row. It's a couple. What's this? These are some scary accounts. Carl Balmer, Gray Parrot. Haven't seen these names before. Let's see if I can get things sorted out. Making some clicks in the background. Is he logged in? He's logged in. Alright. I think we're ready to go. Okay, starting with B3. Queenside Fianchetto land. Dark square bishop exchange, yay or nay? I'd say it's likely. No pawns in the way just yet. B4 is interesting. It's committal. Weakens this square. But also ensures that the knight can stick around on c3 for a little bit. White is up not a pawn, a piece. But is black getting one back after the bishop moves? This guy's going to be hit twice. Trying to hang on to him? No, he's at least taking a pawn. Now has 2 connected passers. Doesn't want to take here, inviting the queen that deep into your house. What is she not doing? She's doing too many good things. Careful of these light squares. This bishop wants to be here. No, not here. Wants to be on g2. If I want to draw a bad diagonal anymore, I have to go out here and then here. There's a new function. The arrows snap. Like I can't go here anymore. Anyhow, this pawn's a runner. Get the queen here. Well, not here just yet. On d5, pressure on the rook. There we go. Oh, all right. Well, what's the way to? Okay, that's simple enough. The king needed to be shielded off. Simple king and pawn ending. These guys are not going to be fast enough. F4 was probably okay. This guy's running plenty of ways to do it, but I thought just prevent black from creating a pass pawn altogether. All right. Fast pairing. Where is he at? 20 with fire, but Carl Balmer is saying, hang on. All right. This is interesting. Fianchetto again. Queenside. Open Sicilian. Okay, center's opening up. Isolated pawn for black. May have to shed a pawn. Just to neutralize this pressure. D4 is dangerous. This isn't going to cut it. That pawn will be hungry. Pac-Man mode. I'm thinking A3. What else is there? A3 it is. Now this knight has responsibility. Okay, the queen. Queen is there to help assist. There is a blockade. This knight is under control. Maybe tactically there can be a knight jump, but for right now, he is under control. 2 minor pieces in this isolated queen-pawn position. These guys are out of play. All right, some headway on the king side. This is defended. Knight jumps in, he's taking the bishop first. Doesn't care about taking this knight here. He's on the queen. He's on the queen. She has to back off, but if she does, there's knight to b5. Okay, he's getting the exchange. How dangerous is this knight going to be? There's a mate and 2 threat. Or 1 if rook takes rook. Go there anyway. Queen e6 check, just get the queens off? No, very nice, very nice. No good checks for black, and we're going to have mate soon. No way to defend the rook. Rook takes, queen takes, game over. All right, the doctor is on a roll. Where's Ali Reza, though? No Ali Reza? Look at Carl Balmer. Carl Balmer. All right, let's see. Let's stay right here. I think we're all squared away. No game against Carl. Yet Carl keeps it up. We'll be seeing that matchup. This little orange thing, let me get rid of that. It's the message I'm seeing. It says recovering from network issues in 6 minutes. We'll see what happens. All right. What do we have here? Some King's Indian defense structure. Some play going to happen on the king side. This is where there's some action, some open files. So in the short term, I'm seeing some king side play. This knight is not going to budge. Ready to be glued in there. Well, we might have to watch out about that rook, though. Well, he's playing in the center. And why not? You're on the queen. Is he getting a piece? Yeah, he's getting... Oh, wow, that's an interesting sequence right there. This guy's still in a pin. Black is up a full rook. Yeah. Oh, we got this nearby as well. Gets out of any tricks. No discoveries anymore against the king on f7. It's moving so fast, and there you go, just like that. Checkmate. 28 apiece. What are their... Yeah, Carl Balmer, sure. 25-62. 29-66 performance. We'll see where you're really at. All right, I'm still getting that orange message again. Recovering from network issues. I understand. Brown player. This is another new account, I'm guessing. Seems new to me. Haven't seen this one. All right. This is always something to be on the lookout for, to rattle kingside structure. There are ways to defend e6 should it come under some quick pressure. So let's see. Castling queenside would drop this eventually. Pressure on e4, the knight can't but well, he could have captured. It is with check. Had to be watchful of queen g2 mate. How to take. He's taking with the pawn, but now there's a problemo here, so he's ready to duck with the check and then maybe get a second pawn. He gets this guy. Going for a queen exchange. Dark squares are very weakened for black. He's got 3 pawns, though. 3 pawns for the bishop. Where can this bishop find a stable square? That's what I'm kind of scanning the position for. He could be questioned. Like this here, eventually g5. Where is there a secure square for the bishop? Okay, bishop here is blunder. Forkeroni. So some dark square control. The wheels are in motion. g5 nearby. Improve the king. 14-16. A rat race nearby. Watch out for f4. Get out of the pin. He isn't going quickly in for this because the bishop's going to get on the main diagonal, defend, and then strike at f6. He does not want to see the bishop get here. So it's time burner mode. Tuck the king up. I think black is going to have an easier time in this position with the time burners. Secure king. Look at this wall of pawns. The king he has a tough time guessing where the checks are coming from. Go, go, go. Get your king here. Oh, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Who's faster? Throwing a time burner. Oh, the doctor's out of time. 1.6 for brown player who is still flawless. The first L for the doctor. We'll be seeing more of that player. I expect to see more of that player. Who is it? Anybody know? Does it say in their account? Okay, he's he is going in fishing pole mode. No, not quite. No knight jump in here, but caveman attack, we'll call it. Queenside castle. Is there going to be an accident happening here? Oh, knight right here was looking pretty sweet. Maybe not. This bishop is a strong defender. Okay, the knight jumps in now. Dangerous. Super dangerous fork. You could take with the queen because you're on the knight as well. Okay, now this knight is definitely poisoned. Don't take the bait. Pawn recapture, discovery. Queen and king will be hit. Look at that little maneuver. There goes the queen. Swept the leg right there. Uh-oh. Queen is hungry. Save the knight. No skewers here. Okay, we got tricks here, we got tricks there. He's going to lose a piece. Which rook do you want? He's going after this one. With check. Watch out. Big trouble, don't move knight. Okay, resigner. Carl Balmer has had a minor speed bump, a draw. Still with the 29 plus performance, the doctor is in pause mode. Okay. Let me take a moment to look at the chat. Actually, let me go here. Is Ali Reza in there? Ali. Oh, Ali Reza. Hang on. Ali Reza is in there. All right, is he still in pause mode? All right, tell you what. Let's check out a game by Ali Reza while we're waiting. All right, Ali Reza. Show us how it's done. Where are you at, man? Do it like this. All right. While the doctor's in pause mode, this is not a bad player to check out. Ali Reza. All right, that message has finally gone away. Has Ali Reza won this event more than Magnus by now? Maybe. All right, where do we stand here? Black is up the exchange. Clean exchange. And a pawn. And a runner of a pawn. This is defended. That's a super strong knight. Queens are off. A resigner. No resigner. Pick off a bishop or a pawn. Okay, resigner. All right, maybe the doctor's back. Is the doctor back? He's still in pause mode. All right. All right. I'll stick with Ali Reza if he's going to stay in pause mode. Where are you at, Ali Reza? He's coming up the ranks. Ali Reza is in 111th place. He lost his first one. Ooh. Let's get to a game. Okay, here we go. Missed the first few. What was it in Aliekin's defense? Let's see. Isolated pawn, undermining now d4. Jumping right in, gonna smash open the kingside structure. Look at, he hangs on to the knight. I like that. This is a real pest of a piece. Knight h4. Knifing into these light squares. Oh boy. You want to take that bishop? Yeah, okay. Well, you're taking the bishop because having that configuration, a bishop and a pawn right there, would be super strong. I guess he cannot afford to have the queens come off. Needs to stir up some trouble with these two. There is a check on g5 with the continuation. What exactly? This pawn is dangerous. Queen takes f2 nearby. Rook on the defensive. Queen behind the pawn. Queen and rook behind the pawn. How do you defend? Queen here, queen there. He's just giving it away? Okay, now black is clearly better. Up a pawn, safer king. Good on the clock. Doubled up on the clock. Ali Reza. Top prize this time is 750 buckaroos. Rook under fire, cannot defend. The rook will revisit g5. Trouble. Check, mate, and a few. Alright, he's getting that. A resigner. Is the doctor back? Okay, let's go to the first page. He's back. He's unpaused. Alright, let's see if I could get this right. Sorry, Alireza. We'll be seeing more of Alireza. Let's stay right here. Magnus is back in the ring against the slipperiest guy around, Mr. Andrew Tang. Getting wild with the G-pawn. He will chuck that pawn as soon as one of these two are not guarding G4. The knight, meanwhile, occupies a tremendous square on F4. Both knights are pouncing. There we go, what a trick. Smashing through on this square. Oh, this is looking dangerous. Sacks on F2. Nearby, yeah, a 19 mover. Look at it. That's how you beat the penguin? That is a rare defeat. A rare quick defeat of the penguin. Okay. Yow. 19 moves. 34 to 32. The doctor has fire. Carl showing that he's human. Gray Parrot. Fandarine 96. Alright, what do we miss? Let's see. King's Indian Defense. Fianchetto system for white on the king side. Establishing a pawn here. Get a knight on d6. Maintain b4. Yes. Important that the rook is defended. The knight jumps in. Does not want to take the knight. You take the knight, you just free 4 pieces with that e5 square. No longer there. H3 is maybe a vulnerable point. Okay, that is watched over now. What do we have here? A knight versus a dark square bishop. This pawn is blockaded. Okay, he is welcome to a light square bishop exchange for sure. You could grab that pawn. Opposite colored bishops. How are things looking for an opposite colored bishop position? Stopping bishop d2. Controlling the king very well with this configuration. These pawns continue to march, ideally going on dark squares first. Don't want to be weak on the dark. The bishop is crunched, and from here it is super easy. Gabix knows it. Throws in the old towel. The doctor is in there. First place. 1 hour 35 remaining. Dropstone. Second time playing Dropstone. Okay, I've played Dropstone 10 times. We have Sicilian Zveshnikov. Okay, we're going to have some play on the king side by black and play on the queen side by white. This rook has some nice options along the A file. Oh, nice in B. Wow, really? Okay, I guess we're going to have a 2 bishop versus knight and rook position. Was that really calculated? Can't take here because of rook a1. You have to block with the bishop. So, yeah, this is excellent for white. Can't take here. That pawn is poisoned. You better slip away with the bishop. No? Oh, this is trapped now. You have to harass the knight. What's your way out? Oh, he's just... Oh, these pawns are so dangerous. All right, he wants the bishop here and a pawn here, and I think he's going to get it. King here, you push, you cannot stop him. So he's going to get this configuration in. Maybe they end up pushing through. Just step over. Boom, boom. Here, and now we have checks. These guys might just do it all on their own. King here, bishop here. There it is. King can't stop them both. The rook is irrelevant. Dropstone goes down. That was... yeah, he didn't need to give the bishop up like that. I guess he wasn't seeing the bishop trap. But those pawns were Marchin. Okay, Arm. Just a point outside of first place. Platty 2. I'm just forgetting who this is. Platty 2. Platty 2. I've played Platty 2 many times. Not on Lichess, I don't believe. No. Platty 2, Argentina. Who is it? Oh, Alan Pickett. Alan Pickett. All right, so guard e5. This pawn is one of the first things that grabs my attention because of its great depth. And one day a knight getting to b4, you pluck that pawn, and this guy's a nightmare. He's a super fast a-pawn, 2 steps out from touchdown land. Okay. Still need a flight square as black. There we go. The queen is... There are many ways to get at the a2 pawn. Get a flight square now. Time for a flight square. He's going to check the checks first. Okay, this is the flight square he's going with. King on g7 seems extra cozy. I'll get this pawn next, he says. And then move the queen with check and... Oh, well, the queen can't go too far. Alright, still can't go too far because of check and you get the knight. Down on the clock, 16, 15, 14, where are we at? Doubled up on the clock. He's in the tank, or is there a connection issue? Under 10 for Platty 2, I'm thinking a connection issue. Yeah, something's going weird. Alright, Platty 2, down on time, and I believe position. Okay, Arm, still right there neck and neck with the doctor. Let us see. He is not in pause mode this time. Where's Alireza? Where is he? How close is Alireza? He's coming up the ranks in 30-some place. All right, whoa. That's what we missed in this game. White is probably going to go queenside. Okay, we're going to play with C6 or not? All right, removing, okay, taking there would be terrible. That would be a huge weakness on f4. The knight, looking to get into this square. Tough to get in that g4 move. I mean, even if you do, you're exposing this pawn. This knight can be dangerous. Okay, action in the center, e4. A sacrifice, really? What's the trick? What was that about? I missed something there. Oh, the bishop was trapped. Whoops. The bishop was out of squares after e4, I guess. Oh, that is one of those painful moves. Forkaroni taking advantage of a pin. Dropstone goes down. The doctor's in first, 48 with fire. Can he keep his foot on the gas? Because we know who is right around the corner. Where is he? Where is he? I don't see Alireza just yet. Okay, another King's Indian exchange. Secure the bishop. Have a flight square once more. We're going to play with b4. b4 in there. Bishop returns. Mission accomplished. He wanted to duck the dark square bishop exchange. This is the better bishop after all. This guy on e3. Space for white on the queen side. Knights under control. Rooks, at least one rook exchange will happen. Okay, now 2. This is a sensitive point. He's going to try and control this break. Yeah, okay, so no b6. Oh, he's pushing through right now. And now the knight is going to have some problem. Oh, the knight just got squashed. You see that? b6. Game over for the knight in the corner. All right, white is playing up a piece. Take with the... Could have probably captured the king. The king could play all the way over here. This knight is dead. Put the knight right here. Where you have your pick. He knows it. He says, "I do not like the looks of my knight in the corner." Can I just get on with another game? I can't bear to look at that knight in the corner anymore. Oh man, this game's too much fun. Be careful. Be careful. All right. What do we have here? This guy's having a very good performance so far. A half hour into the tournament, 18th place. Okay. Well, we have a 4-on-3 in favor of black on the king side, and these guys here, it's tough to get these guys rolling. Oh, there goes a pawn. Okay. He's trying to make some progress. White is on the queen side. This guy's half dead. Up a pawn. Half dead, though. To watch out for skewers. Bishop is defended. Oh, he's jumping in. Okay, queen takes knight. Rook takes bishop. Queen takes g5 is nearby. Queen takes g5 is nearby. Queen takes g5 is still there. Okay, now he's going first with bishop captures. He probably could have did it first, yeah? Maybe I'm missing something? White is putting a lot of pressure on black. Very active pieces. F5 gonna collapse. Queen is under fire. Okay, the queens are off. Oh, he's throwing in a check. Oh, nice mating pattern. Oh, so slick. Look at how quickly that knight pounced. Whoa, fast pairing. Arm, sevens. Who's in second? All right. What do we have? A quick c5, b5. Black with some space on the queen side. A critical square is c4. Can have many pieces taking up that post. Okay. Oh, taking here is allowing that knight a pivot point on d4 to sink into the weakest square in black's camp, c6. There's a knight on a dark square trying to undermine that post now. He cannot take twice. Queen takes c5. Things are moving way, way, way too fast. b2 can hang. He's hanging right now. He's prepared to give up the exchange. He does have two passers. Lock everything in here first. Bishop on c3. He's calculating something else. Bishop c3 first. Knight here. Hits the rook, defends this square. Bishop g4 can be cut off with f5. All right, he's hunting the pawn and paving the way for a runner. b2 nearby. b2 on board. This is a tough one to call. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, good luck black now. The bishop was trying to get on this diagonal. He's trying to find a cozy home. Bishop on b6, pawn on a7, and then dance around with the knight, hoping for a fork. He's still trying for a fork. This knight is tricky. Tricky guy, that knight. The king's going to make some progress here. He's behind enemy lines. At any point, we could have a rook takes knight move, and then the king try and vacuum up the pawns, but this guy is close to being passed. Yeah, h-pawn is a-running. The knight is hit. This guy's going to be scooped up. Knight here. He's defended. No king here. The king could scoot over. Black can still win this. It's not as easy as just taking out the knight. Oh, now it's a win. Oh, there would have been a funny mate. Maybe a check king here. And black could have got mated. 1.5. 1.5, no time. The doctor is down. Whoa. That was a cool game. Really cool game. Okay, Knight King. We have Bortnik. Just shy of 3K. Alexander Bortnik. Whew. Okay, Knight looking to circle into d5. You have pressure here, though, and d5 is in before that pawn is stopped from moving, period. Knight f4, and everything would be directed at that point. All right. Where are we at here? Black is up 2 pawns. Not the healthiest pawns around. Okay, now he's just up 1 pawn. It feels like it is at least equal for white. Bishop on this square, I thought. But isn't rook to b6 a good move? I thought bishop there to stop that maneuver so you could crash through there. Oh, there might have been a knight move or something. It's going so fast. All right. 3 isolated pawns. No longer up a pawn. Black is no longer up a pawn. Rook exchange. White can eventually get a passer with f4. He's going with g4. Huh, okay, so he's keeping this around. This rook is... Okay, now he's no longer tied down. But both pieces need to stay right here, I think. All right. Where's that bishop want to be? Bishop wants to be on d2. That's why we have this. He's fixing the pawn on h6. Okay, now the king has been cut off. Okay, there goes a pawn. Time, though. Time. Bishop here. Controls the checking squares. He's going to throw in some checks. Okay. It's a rat race. It's a rat race. He could have captured the rook there. Time. Oh, he had the opportunity for... Oh, okay, it's a draw. Ooh, down to the wire. 0.35 remaining for Knight King. Arm is in there with 63. Where's Ali Reza? I still don't see Ali Reza. There he is in 13th place. Look out. Still a lot of time remaining. Shrek David. All right, Shrek David. Shrek David is having a very nice tournament. 8th place. International Master. All right, let's see. There was an opportunity to get a passed pawn, but it's not without its issues. Allows the knight to circle into c5. That bishop can be shut out. Anyhow, material is bounced. White taking advantage of a pin. Bishop sticks around. Very, very good defender of b3. Can it be challenged? It probably needs to be challenged. Knight b6. This rook playing, he's going to pinpoint a5. Put everything on there. Put one more on there. Play on the king side a little bit. Breaking the center. Okay, now f7 is sensitive. Back rank issues, making one threat. Flight square time. Queen is going to defend, and now it's game over. The queen has to go here, and the knight falls. Okay, Shrek David goes down. Where are we at? Still an hour 21 remaining. No game yet. He's in the green. He's not on pause mode. Things are good. Oh, temp 006. This guy has smacked me around many times. Played over 100 games now. Not sure who it is, but I know that they are very, very, very good. All right, the doctor will make it look easy. Let's see. To be careful, this b6, there can be b5. The knight is unprotected, so b5 nearby. Very solid setup here for white. Let's see how to break it down. Where's the pawn break going to be? One of these two. For black, it's for white, it's b4. This knight is defended now against this b4 move. Still prepping b4. He's up on the clock. Yeah. Oh, what's wrong with the clock? Okay, he was in the tank there. He's not quite sure what the break should be. Okay, here we go. So we have some squares to operate on. Two pawn moves here. The knight has c4. White knight has c4. Black knight has d4. What's hanging in this position? Okay, now we have f4. Space for black on the king side. A pawn break in the center. And black is up a pawn. Okay, now we have two connected passers. Yeah, very good square for white to operate on. Okay, this rook, very nice move. Very, very nice move. Oh. Took that guy out. He's getting this in the end. Look at the clock. Look at the clock. Take the queen and then take on b3, but then this pawn is going to fall. Still trying to work with this guy. This bishop needs to get out of the corner. It's undeveloped. The queen is defending this. Okay, here we go. The dark square bishop is playing doubled up on the clock. Temp 006. Could take with... No. Could take here first. It's not looking good for the doctor. Yeah, this one's it's over. This one is over. It's just how it is. Okay, the doctor goes down. Temp 006. Tough customer. All right, 71 with fire. Those last two of the last four. Carl Ballmer. Okay. Let's see what we have. First time playing Carl Ballmer. No idea who this one is. All right. What to note here? This guy sticks out a little bit. I like the activity of the bishop. This knight not so great. Pressure on b2 one day. Yes, right away. All right, this is an excellent, excellent pose. You see c3. If you see a b2 c3 structure, put your knight on a4. He's going to love that square, and your opponent's going to hate the knight. Hate. That's a strong word, but it's true. All right. Super, super strong, right? You play b3, the knight takes there. Very tough to defend. Okay. Where do we stand here? 4 pawns for the bishop and 2 crazy knights. 4 crazy knights. Just itching for a fork. Look at the clock. Carl Balmer. Down 20 seconds. These knights are super dangerous. All right. Okay, there's hope for a draw. It has simplified a little bit. Now these pawns are marching. King over here. Might get that 3rd pawn. Yeah. Zugzwang. This knight will be kicked. Pick up another pawn. No, they're just continuing to march. King here. All right. It's a 1 king and pawn ending at the end of the day. Carl Balmer goes down. 75 with fire. Arm. 7s. Opper. Okay. Caro-Kann. This knight f6. Securing the knight post. h4 does not want to see h4 by black. To take with what? Okay, he's taking with the pawn. The rook has some life now. This knight getting back in the ballgame. Queenside castle for white. This knight is pinned. Careful. Alright, typical move after queenside castle for both. Kings like to get on those b1, b8 squares. Not a mouse slip. Still keeping this square. Initially I thought, oh, he wanted to go to e2, but he also wants that knight to have a square to go to. His pawn is pinned. Get that knight here. Whoa, right here. Both of these squares would be excellent. A nice trick there. Oh, nice in-betweener. If you took right away, the knight was going to pounce with the fork. It hurt. White is up the exchange. No, forget about it. He's up a rook. So that was a nice continuation right there, taking this guy out first. All right, so that tactic, I guess, was not working by Opper on c3. Opper also with it's all relative, but he has a pretty low rating for how high he has been. 2,700 area. I think he's been 3,100. I think that's around his high. Anyhow, what do we have here? A dragon. Dragon for black. Sicilian. Gonna get rolling here with g4, h5. Okay. Finishing development. b4 can hit. The b file can be opened. Double trouble here. The king can run. Okay, he's just getting out of the way here. The knight was unprotected on c3. He is prepared to run. Careful now. This is getting broken down. The queen, she looks like she's super close to getting trapped. Knight here is not working. There's no way to challenge the queen like this. He's ready to run. If ever checked over here. And queen b1, it's an immediate counterpunch. King d2, and the queen is hit. What's happening on the king side? Oof. Crashing through on g6. That's hurting. That hurts. Queen takes pawn here. There's a check on this square. Okay, so the queen is hit. That is defended. He's blocking with the pawn. He's prepared to block with the bishop as well. On a rook check, the rook is hit. The knight is hanging. Gives up some material. Takes with the king. Okay. Perpetual. Oh, this... Okay, the checks have run out. There wasn't a follow-up check there. The queen is restricted. She has to babysit the knight. Not fun. Oh, take the knight. And it's going to be game over. He resigns. Dropstone goes down again. Arm is still in there. Where are we at? Ali Reza, where are you at, man? He's right there. 46, one more win, and he's in page 1 land. Okay, inventing invention. Black was looking for a quick space invader pawn. White wanted none of it. Undermined it with b4. Not a pawn investment in this case, so material is balanced. Half open, half open. Okay, he's sticking around here. Needs to defend c5. Okay, so this pawn is unleashed. Was connected in past. He's rolling. Knight c7 nearby with the fork. He ducks that with rook b8. Ready to kick the knight and then grab here. The rook is hit. He's defended. He's hit again. He said it's just too difficult to work around that pawn. I'm giving the exchange. Oh, and now very nice continuation. Very, very nice. He's getting the material, however you slice it, and now he's in a big, big pickle. Yeah, down 2 exchanges. Well, he'll fight on, though. He'll fight on. Freeze the... Oh, that's mate. Okay, the doctor goes down 75-65. Who's in that first page? We have Penguin there, Lion Ted, Gabix 94, maybe next time. Arca 50 in third. Alright, maybe next time is the opponent. So what was it? D4 met by C5, so Benoni land. Okay, locking it up. It's gonna go with F5. Need some more support first. Circling into the dark squares. Well, that is quite the maneuver, man. Look at that knight. Fianchettoed knight. Just enough gas here. Just enough support, I should say. Just enough support over F5. So it's in there. What do we do here? Queen here starts to come to mind. Okay, queen there. Yeah, you take the knight. You got H3 stuff. The bishop will be plucked. Oh. We got queen here and then a capture. You could do that in this order as well. So nice. Love it. Bishop here. Seems like there's ways out. Bishop there. There's a queen check. The knight can recapture and defend the bishop. He's up a pawn. All right, no queens, so the king isn't going to be mated. No, I don't know about that. There's a lot of pieces over here. Mate can still happen. Okay, watch out for the discoveries. Another piece is circling in. One will be exchanged off. These 4 can do something dangerous. The rook is hit. These guys are on their back foot. They're ready for the next game. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. It's going to hurt. Oh, it's hurting. 13 seconds apiece. We have dangerous knights around. Careful mate threat. There was a mate threat there. The king's running. He's getting the exchange. He doesn't want the exchange. 2 knights up. He's trying to get mate. Time burners. Oh, I thought for a second it was stalemate. Okay, he resigned. Okay, we got the penguin again. All right, this game is going to go longer than 19 moves. I'm pretty sure of that. Alrighty. F2. It's defended. Black's ready for F5. He's not going to this square. You could take that knight. Doesn't want that. He says that this guy's just far too strong. I want to eliminate that guy. I don't care about messing up your structure. I was kind of drawn to that capture because this open file that may be counterplay for black is not easily accessible to black rook. This knight is fantastic. That's so scary to take that pawn, you know? It just completely ignores anything that black might be stirring up on the king's side and says, well, now I have a passer. What are you going to do about that? The knight's in a pin. Get out of the pin. We have queen b6. Also have to watch over this pawn, you know? This rook, best piece in the position. Bishop on f5. The knight wants to be on f5. Tough to find a move. Pawn push, the knight is pinned. Yeah, I think this one's just a matter of time. I mean, the knight on h4 is enormous. Just get ready. We're about 5 moves out from game over at most. There it is. Okay, 41 mover. Watneg, next opponent 75-71. With this win, the doctor will have 75. Still an hour 8 to go. Ali Reza, no pairings against Ali Reza just yet. Ali Reza destroyed the competition in the last titled arena, the 3-0 Blitz. Whoa, what in the world? This one's over? Oh, knight block, we have this, and if you have to do that, bishop b4 is going to be painful. Okay, I was saying Ali Reza destroyed the competition in the 3-0 Blitz. Significant gap between first and second in that one. King's Indian attack. He takes the knight. Interesting. Not going after the bishop, maybe trying to demonstrate this guy is vulnerable. Get that f-pawn running, ready to be squashed. Even without the queens. Okay, he has to do something with the f-pawn. There we go. This guy is weak. We can see this move. Okay, that's an interesting play. The knight is a strong piece. Immediately challenged. Black wants to preserve it. He's eyeing up another sweet square on f4. Okay. There's a square for this knight. I think tough to assess this one, actually. This knight is very good. This knight would be really good on this square. Bishop versus knight position. Seems about equal. Oh. Ooh. Black is really going for a bit more here. He has the superior minor piece. We can say that much. This knight's going hunting, but now the black rook is very active. Grab this pawn, but the king is going to find safe ground here. Oh! Oh, okay, it is defended with rook to e1. There was a mate threat, rook d1. He's pushing through with the a-pawn. Hitting the knight. Take the knight. He's behind there in time. Black. White is down on the clock. Black is the one looking for a win here. Yeah, this is safe. Ooh, king is stepping over. Checks. King here. Rook check and then here. Wow. Oh, he's getting mated. There is no king move. What? What? Oh, no. I'm thinking it's a pawn of his own. Whoops. Oh, he's trying something sneaky there. The doctor resigned. Oh, man. That happened way too fast. Okay, well. 77-75. Was I saying with that? Oh, it was the other game where if he won, he would have 75. That game happened so fast. All right. 77-75. Places 1 and 2. Bortnick again. That one went down to the wire. Draw in their first encounter. Oh, man. Oh, man. Bishop pair for black. Lead in development for white. Sparks d5. Let's open stuff up. I have a lead in development, and I will have very nice targets. This is not good for black. Okay, he's threatening mate. Is it good? Okay, a check. Queen there. Is that saving? Okay, Black was threatening mate and a piece. Material is balanced. This king is very good. There are checks on the h-file. Alright. Bishop is in a good spot. This knight on this square should be pretty good. Inserting a check first. Takes here, nice in between, or you're on the bishop. This knight is going to find a very good square on d4. This is white's game. Let's see if he can convert. He is down on the clock, though. It's a secure square, yeah. He's trying to strip this pawn of, he wants to pull the pawn away so he could try to coordinate on g2. This is going to be tough, real tough. Bortnick is super fast. Super fast. 9.5, and you could see that it's now he's in. He's in a better spot. Who's better with the time burners? Carlsen resigned. Down he goes. That's 2 in a row. Arm having a tough time. Where's Ali Reza? Not having the greatest tournament. All right, still an hour 2 to go. Ali Reza almost always finishes super duper strong, though. So he can very easily have an exceptional second half of this tournament. We will see. Watch out for e4, double attack against bishop and queen. Prepping another discovery against the queen. Okay. I think he was a little too flashy there. He's now down a piece, full piece. Maybe missing that there was queen takes? Seems like it. Knight takes d5 was the lemon. Maybe he was thinking he was going to be getting knight takes bishop with check. I think he just missed that move. Okay, he goes down. Was that 3 in a row? 3 in a row. Penguin, next opponent. Get him, Penguin. Let's see. Pressure on a2, possibly. Okay. Opposite sides castling. Rook lifts. Removing the bishop. Pinpointing e6 defended. He's going to sit with this structure. You don't want to play this. It's a free pawn. G pawn is pinned. Some attention now on this square. D4. Pressure here. Okay, the bishop doing a good job defending this pawn. Oh, a queen is weaving in there. Ooh, check, and then this. Base points all covered over here. You could oh, the rook and... Oh, he just dropped the... Oh, we got mate. No, he just blundered the full rook. There's queen block. If queen d8. Ouch. Well, that was a pretty serious move. I think there were different moves, though. Okay, Penguin is up a full rook. Yeah, we're going to have mate in 2. Soon. Whoa! Alright, that's an issue. 4 goose eggs in a row. He's got to stop the bleeding. Is he still in there? He's hopping right back in the ring. No pause. Drop stone again. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing in the chat one of you saying Magnus on tilt, maybe. Let's see. What to do. Well, when you play this and then you have to go back, that's not fun. Now you have to play bishop back or give up the exchange. He says, I'm not giving up my master bishop, my dragon bishop. He's too good. I'm going to hang on to him. All right. Knight was hit twice. He's in a pin. There's no takes. The rook is hit. Something else. Coordination on the e-file. Makes sense. The knight is ready to jump in as well. You have to part ways with it now? Maybe. Otherwise, rook here. Yep, duck and cover mode. Never fun. You're on the queen. Eventually this stuff skewering the queen to the king. Oh boy. Oh boy. This one's not looking good. Well, he has a knight and a few pawns. Hang on to the knight. Now, he's parting ways with the knight. He's going to hope for the best with the bishop and pawn. Down on the clock. This might be number 5 in a row. It's looking like it. Ooh, the doctor. Free fall. 5 in a row. How often does that happen? Penguin. All right, Penguin's getting hit with the Benko Gambit. Whew, look at that post. No, you're not getting d5 in so easily. Just plop the queen right there on d6. Alright, this queen is hungry. White, up a couple pawns. Sacrifice here? No, we're going with the knight. He will get something to bite at, some weaknesses on the king's side. Checks. Rook up and over, caveman? Ah, g5. Look at that. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Go ahead, take me. I get rook g3 stuff. Show you who's boss. Rook g3. I like that rook on g3, you know? Acts as a pawn, and he has aggressive ideas in mind. This pawn is kind of quick, though. Ooh. Queen takes pawn. Cut off. Ending. Could take here. There's a block. Oh, mate threat on h2. Ugh. Looking kind of scary. Yeah, no defense here. And you have to do stuff like that, yeah? Maybe rook here is best, but he is up a pawn and could be up a second one shortly after a capture on this square. No good solution there. Wild pigs arrived. I'm pretty sure, okay, he stopped the bleeding. I'm pretty sure Penguin had something there. That a-pawn. That a-pawn, something better should have happened with that a-pawn, I believe. Okay, next game on board here. b4, there's a hook. b-file is opened. Rook b8 we can expect. Get this pawn going. Look at the aggressive move, right? I was looking at this. No, let's go 2. Hit at the center, open up the bishop's eyes. We'll complete development like that. Okay, where are the tricks after queen takes? No tricks right away. Wants to keep the queens on. No. Does not. Oh, I was thinking black is down a pawn. Okay. Take here. There's a pawn that could be taken on f7. And now what? Improve the king. Don't take the knight. You're just inviting the rook into an excellent square. This knight is probably in trouble if he goes to b6. Good square on c5. Black is in a very good position. Bishop's a bit annoying. Okay, yeah, that knight is very good. King on e6, the knight is excellent. Rook is super defensive. Ah, so sneaky. Take the rook, there'd be a fork. And we have mate next. King post cannot be challenged. No way to stop b4 mate. Okay, under an hour. Where's Alireza? It's not on page 1 yet. Has he stopped? I don't know. Okay, Nihal Sarin. What do we got? 55 to go. Non-mover. No, mover. d4. London land. Move 2, bishop f4. Taking with the piece. Does not want to even think about playing with an isolated pawn, I guess. Isolated queen pawn. Okay. Alright, so what's going to happen here? We have some in-betweener stuff. You back off, it'll be rattled again. Black's trying to undermine white's support of c3 with f6. Pressure now, mate in 1, 2, 3 threat. Has at least a perpetual. Is there more? Probably not. There's no other pieces that can enter the scene there. Okay, so a quick draw. Arca got him the first game. Let's see. Carlsen has been going for this exchange on e5 quite a bit. Seeing a pattern here, trying to establish a pawn on c5. Remember that game where the knight was in the corner? He was such a sad piece. Black resigned. This pawn ended up getting here. This knight was over here. Okay, anyhow, very good pawn right here on c5, some space. And look at that knight tucked right behind. Defend here? No, he's diving in with the knight. Oh, an opportunity for b6 to undermine this post. Maybe too fast with that knight jump. Wonder why f3 wasn't played. Okay, this is not as clear anymore. Well, it never was clear, but it seems like some of the advantage has slipped away. I can have a knight position specific. Rook takes. He's taking like that. Isn't there trouble here? So you dropped the knight or the rook. Whew, that's a really big miss. Okay. He was going for more, and more I don't believe was there. Okay. Where are we at here? I'm fishing for Ali Reza. Ali Reza is still in there. He's in 30th. The Penguin again. Okay, it's 3-1. Things were looking good for Penguin in their last game. Exchange Caro Khan. Some defense of b7. This knight jump into e5, I guess, was going to be dangerous. So now that f6 is in, White is saying, "Well, let's open up the position. I'm going to try and show that this guy is an issue." It's backward. Excuse me, this backward e6 pawn. Black would like to have some pieces exchanged because this guy is probably going to be a liability. Becomes more of a liability as more pieces are exchanged. So rook off, he's taking with the pawn. So no longer an isolated pawn. That's an interesting decision. Taking that knight right away. You're stopping e4 with tempo against the bishop, and you had to be careful as white. If you try and kick the knight away, there would be a knight f4. Okay, anyhow, we're a million moves away from that position. It's collapsing here. I mean, I don't see what the... Okay, you're getting the queens off. In the end, the knight will be gone. Boom. Knight is caught in a crossfire. The Penguin gets that one. No beautiful coordination for white in this final position. Black, not so much. Zablotsky has gone berserk. Okay. A berserk back. Zablotsky with the little pause there, you know? Look at, I'm berserking you. Are you gonna berserk back? Now's your time. Okay, Carlsen didn't want to berserk back. Maybe not feeling up to a hyperbolic game. Knight b5, d5, d5 capture. Okay, in the end there'd be this. Oh, so sweet. Look at that. How quickly, yeah? I see that I could take that. I'm not afraid of a skewer. I could come back and defend. Awesome. All right, so in the end, where do we stand? 2 bishops versus a knight and a couple pawns. Okay. Yeah, don't drop the rook first. Resigner now. He's not resigning. He should resign. To the very end, he will play. Hoping for what? No stalemates. No chance of a stalemate. Double checking. There we go. Mate on board. Okay, Zablotsky goes down. Arca in there with 91. The doctor's at 83. Ali Reza maybe still on page 3. Ali Reza? Ooh, 66 with fire. Watch out. Ali Reza ready to jump into page 1. Arca, #1 guy. Carlsen lost both games against Arca. 5-4, their match score. Okay. Opposite sides castling out of this. What was it? Queen's Gambit declined. So let's see. Some launching of the pawns on opposite wings towards the enemy king. That's a big square. Bishop is under control. These knights are enormous. White is going to win this. Some care over d3. Both knights are watching over it. So slick. Bishop check. The knight would be defending the queen if bishop to d3. And that tactic is still nearby. Oh, so slick. Look at that. taking advantage of a pin, fork-a-roni. Okay, yeah, those knights on these two squares were enormous right here. Things were looking super pretty. Okay, Arca goes down. Arm is now in first. The Doctor has fire. 48 remaining. A big square on d4. That's a hole. Has no interest in taking the knight. That would repair d4, so the bishop immediately relocates. Also, you know, a reason you play it so quickly is because a3 and b4 can hit fast. If you're castling kingside, you may want to play a5 and stop that queenside advance altogether. Okay, anyhow, things are happening on the kingside. Sacks on h3 are nearby. This knight is dangerous. Queen on d4. No, queen takes pawn on d3. Probably taking there was looking pretty good too. Okay, 2 minor pieces versus a rook and 3 pawns. That's too much. This bishop is a tall pawn. 1 sensitive point, f7. Okay, he's picking up that. Oh, nice. We can have a check. We can have a rook here. What's the follow-up? So slick. The rook is hit. Okay, this is too many pawns, yeah? 3 pawns and, yeah, you're not stopping these guys. This should be easily converted. This is an idea as well, to create an outside pass pawn. This guy does not like dealing with that. Knight takes, this guy cannot be caught. Any tricks? Ooh, he could be caught. He missed that the knight is there in time for a fork. This should be a draw. It's going to be a draw. Wow. Oh, that one stings. That one stings. He had the time too. Plenty of time to work out those details. Okay, Arca again. Ooh. That one's painful. What can I say? That's just how it goes. The knight's going to dance, get to c4, put pressure on d6, launch an a-pawn. Is he going to play with f4? No f4. The g and h pawns. There we go. The expected saccaroni on h5. Down the exchange, but safer king. Soon the rook is hit also. Ooh. Where are you going, rook? Spending quite a bit of time. Okay. Bishop on this square or bishop here? Okay, I thought maybe bishop on d2 in the last second there so that the knight could maybe reposition on f5. In-betweener, very nice. Oh, he's throwing in a check. Where does the bishop go? Okay, he's going to tuck these pieces in. Very nice. Only 1 point to watch over. Oh, it may fall. Is it going to fall? Queen takes pawn. What's the follow-up? Are there checks here? Okay, now there are 2 passers. This knight is not playing. Well, he's just getting this pawn now. They're in a pin. Queen check, and then this. That's defended. Okay, there's another way to do it, and now this pawn's running. Not looking good here for white. This knight is not contributing. You just have 1 attacker. King is looking for safe ground on the other side of the board. Down on the clock, though. Okay, now it is not clear at all. Nope. Okay, I like white. Position-wise and time-wise. Yeah, this is too tough to defend. This guy's too good. This guy right here. d4. Too strong. Got checks. Had to make 1 threat there. Black is in pre-move mode. No, don't go there. No stalemates. Okay. Gets the W. Where's Ali Reza? Back on page 3. Okay. Where are we at here? 96, 93, 89. Okay. Another game, 43 minutes to go. Isolated pawn for one side or the other? No. Usually that happens when 2 white pawns, 2 black pawns are on these squares. One way or the other, somebody takes on an isolated pawn, but not here. We have isolated C pawns instead. What to note about this? Black is up a piece. Is there a way out? I'm not seeing it. Is that the way out? No, that wasn't the way out. I guess there wasn't a way out there. I didn't even notice there's bishop takes queen there. Okay. Temp 006 again. Temp got him in their first pairing for this tournament. Let's see if Temp 006 can do it again. Tough cookie is Temp. I think in their first game, Temp went with this small pawn center as well. Very cagey setup, and black appears to be doing very well. That knight is what told me that. Is there a good follow-up though? What's the continuation? The queen is down here and she's saying, I need some help. Can I get another piece in here on the action? Whew, F4. All right, now this pawn is a liability. It'll be scooped up. We have D3 and this. This is excellent for black. Also a tick better on the clock. Hang on to that pawn. Better minor piece. Black has the better minor piece. Maybe not. Okay. Oh. It's better. It's winning for white. Or not. He was able to give away a pawn there. This knight is now dominating the bishop. The bishop is caught. It's basically a king and pawn ending. All right, the bishop is freed. But where does it go exactly? He's going to try for this. Oh, there's a fork. Oh, that hurts for Temp. He was in a good spot. I think moving that pawn, Carlsen fixed those pawns on light squares and the bishop ended up stuck. Ouch. Usually it's the bishop that will dominate a knight, but the knight was dominating the bishop there. Okay. These little tricks are not quite there for as long as there's a bishop takes b7 move. Not just winning a pawn, but a rook. Anyhow, some security over c4 is necessary. Playing as white. Isolated queen pawn position. Bishop pair for white. Sensitive point on h7. Can you connect that with anything else? Queen c2 wasn't doing anything, so one threat, no problem. Seems evenish. Okay, there's a outside pass pawn. I don't know. This guy is a little less central. It's going to get rolling. There's a check. Okay, I'm not sure how to assess this one. You can't go here because of check. Okay, I like black. Yeah, this pawn is under control. This pawn has come quite a ways. Yeah, okay. So what's the winning technique? You have to stop this for starters. This rook is not having a fun time. Oh, okay. So he's removing this configuration. Now it's 2-1. Time. Who's faster? Watch out for sneaky moves. Okay, this one's going to be a draw. Yes. Okay, 38 minutes remaining. Arca is in there, 99, 98, 97, top 3. Still no sign of Alireza on page 1. Alireza page 2. Alireza page 3. Maybe I missed him? I don't see him on the top 3 pages. Okay, Zavin chess mood. Again, I'm seeing in the chat, someone's pointing out he's on page 4. Okay. Black has been successful in breaking down white center somewhat. Still has to do something about the e5 pawn. It's working around it for now. Will it ever be challenged? He's maybe just going to work around it. Okay, he's giving up a pawn. A little airy for the white king. Queen, knight, rook still on board. The knight ready to dive into f6. Okay. Get the queen here. How can you do that? There are ways to defend. Ooh, a fork. There is rook takes rook with check, though. This knight is enormous on f5. Queen back to defend b2. There is a check. 2 different checks. Both of them currently covered. That can change. He's getting the knights off, which I think is good news for white. This rook is out of play. Rook is in a crawling up into a ball. Not fun. Welcoming an exchange. Third pawn for white. Rook on g3 or g8. Oh, he just got active. Mate! Wow! That that must have hurt for Zav in Chess Mood. Ooh, he had everything under control, yeah? Just cover all my base points. But he found a way in. That rook. He was super passive at one point, and then boom. Super active. All right. Completely open d-file. Piece play position. Black preventing white from getting any space with a5. I think black is doing well here with the knight on d4. Ready to eliminate that point and crash through here. If you support it, you're giving up some squares. The knight looking at c4 and then b6 and d6. d6, he's in. Hitting the rook, hitting b5 for a third time cannot be defended. He's getting some material. Knight takes here so that the c-pawn can help. c4 on board. Knight f5 nearby. Very difficult to navigate all the fancy checks and forks. We have an in-betweener with check and a resigner. Yes, 27 mover Ogrilla goes down. 35 remaining. 102, 101, both with fire. Ali Reza on page 4? Still? I don't know. He's going to have a really good run if he's going to get on page 1, compete for the top spots. Maybe it's just not his day. Okay. This pawn restricts these two. This is a nice maneuver. Looking to get into this weakest square c3. White wants to keep this pawn around, taking, there's no longer this pivot square. White would like to get a knight into c6. Oh, and he's going to get there. Scooping up the pawn. Knight c6 when, though? When? Maybe only after the knight moves. This knight is better than this one, so a little waiting game. Was a skewer, defended with c3. Now an h-file that is opened. This is a nice, cozy home for white. Nice shelter. Okay, and there's some pressure mounting on the f-file. Black is making some progress here. Knight takes is a move, no? I think knight takes was a move. Takes, and then we have this. Okay. That a-pawn's a runner. What's the material here? Knight versus bishop imbalance. This is secure. This bishop's a tall pawn. White's in control. Pass pawn. Oh, right here maybe. He should have played here, I think. Okay, it's still under control. The knight would like to be on d3. I think rook d1 and you stop that idea. All right, this rook is hungry. Time? What's the time situation? He's running. 8 seconds to 5. Check. There goes a rook. There goes a check. There goes a queen. Watch out for stalemate. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Whoa, just barely. The Doctor with that win is at 105 with fire and in first. Who's going to stop him? I don't see Ali Reza. It's going to have to be somebody else. Ali Reza. Ali Reza has fire with 74. All right, Gray Parrot. No idea who the Gray Parrot is. All right, Kingside Fianchetto. Running with the B pawn. E4 is defended with the knight. Two different ways to defend it. Queen's off first, one square for the rook. What a maneuver. This knight, not looking so great though. Controlled by a pawn. Not fun. This is excellent for white, no? Oh, he's winning a pawn now. Rook takes. Bishop can recapture. Or the knight. And why not the knight? Okay, material is balanced. Opposite color bishop position. Black does not want that. The knight, I guess, looking for this square one day. This pawn needs to be defended first. Okay. Black is up a pawn. Taking the knight is inviting the king in. To be careful. Okay, this should be a draw. Let's see what kind of tricks remain. I'm going to say this is a draw. Oh. Yeah, how do you... Try and get the bishop here, and then... Yeah, that's what he's going for. Here we go. A lot of fast moves. The bishop can come back here. Still keeping the king boxed out. He's making some progress, though. If the king gets here, it's a win. I think it would have been a win. No, he has to watch. Oh, just barely. Okay, it's not over yet. Okay, it should be over. Okay. A draw on board. Ooh, Arca, hang on. No, it's a tie. 107s. 107, 107. Arca with fire. Doctor's in first. Here we go. 30 minutes remaining. Sicilian. Very important game. Sicilian Dragon. No bishop c4. A quick queenside castle. Looking at the d6 square now. Some nice posts for these two minor pieces and a pivot point on f6 now that there's a pawn established on g5. Queen on a5. Look at where these pieces are. How can they occupy such invasive posts? It's because there's some isolated pawns. And the squares where, the squares right in front of these isolated pawns act as wonderful homes for pieces. Cannot be challenged by any black pawns. These guys stand excellent. The king steps over here. Look at the coordination. I love it. Okay, once the queen's off, it's going to be an easy conversion, I believe, with the queen's off. Now every piece is on every minor piece. Both minor pieces are under control. Base points are all covered. Okay, he says, go ahead. Take my piece. At least I have a square to play to. Have some activity. Bishop drop back. Very good defender of h4 and a shield along rank checks. Is there a perpetual here? I doubt it. No perpetuals. Oh. All right. Arca goes down. That was a big game. 109, 107, 102. I can't help but wonder, where is Ali Reza there? Oh, he slipped up. 82, though. It is still possible. Okay, another game. Arm sevens. Forgetting the name of this opening. It's a rich position. Imbalances for both structure and minor pieces. Bishop pair for white. Yeah, there are many imbalances early. Say I think early on a slight lead in development for black. Better structure for black. White has the bishop pair. A little bit of a messed up structure anyhow. To watch out for some accidents on the king side. White pieces converging on c7. This knight move was to duck any sacrifice on a3 and then a capture on c6. Wasn't stable on this square. Black would like to get this pawn to h2. Okay, that's a good square as well. Defend it. Rook here, is there that stuff? I guess. Ooh, that's a big center pawn. Welcoming a queen exchange, eyeing e3 as well. This knight needs to get back in the ball game and does right away. There's no tricks with the bishop. Okay. Maybe should have pushed there, yeah? So sneaky, yeah? Look how quickly that was calculated. Take the bishop, I recapture, I'm defending the knight. This guy's so fast. The h-pawn. What happened as well? Oh, did he drop a rook? Yeah, he dropped a rook there. Okay, the doctor gets that one. 111 with fire. Penguin, though. Ooh. Look at Penguin. He's on a streak. 1, 2, 3, 7 games in a row. Never sleep on the Penguin. Okay, we got Lion Ted here. 4-3 match score. All right. He's not getting that piece, is he? Here? And then here? Or here, actually. He's going to get trapped. Yeah, queen here. There's this and then that. Fork-a-roni. Oh, fork in this way as well. Lion Ted. Having a tough time. Working around those knights. Yeah, take here, here, and then here. You're up a full rook. You have a better structure, leading development. What more do you want? Lion Ted goes down. 115 with fire. Penguin still with fire. 103. We might get that pairing. Maybe, maybe not. He's live. He's not in pause mode. We have a game against number 2. Again, Arca 50. French. Exchange. Looking for a c5 break soon. Gotta get in c5. Now he's going with f5. Oh, tricky tactics, man. Tricky tactics. Okay, he should be safe here. Messed up kingside structure, but this guy on f6, yeah? He says, I'll watch over these dark squares. Don't you worry about anything. Okay? Down 2 pawns, though. Active rooks. Okay, here there isn't this anymore to hunt this pawn right away, so... Okay, ready? He's ready for this. All base points covered now. These guys are offset. He needs the help of the king. Rook here, get some activity. No, he's pinpointing this point. Pinpointing this point. It's looking good for white. Ready to weave some mate, it feels. Feels like. Knight here. Yeah. This one isn't going to go well for the doctor. They continue to march. Queen on the board. Plenty ways to do it. Okay, the doctor goes down. No fire anymore. 115. Meanwhile, Penguin. 107 with fire. Whoa, did I just see Ali Reza? He's in 13th. Top game being featured there. 3049 rating. Okay. Number 24 guy. Let us see. Both sides with the king side fianchetto. Pretty symmetrical so far. On the king side. Pretty much. Some differences with the c-pawns, okay. A little bit of space for black. He's ducking the exchange, maybe more. Maybe he'll also avoid another exchange, no. Eliminates the dark square bishop. Ready to take with the pawn, possibly, if knight takes. Knight on c4 should be good. Queen close to trapped, yeah? She has a square, but then this, and she's cooked. Gotta give a piece. It's over. She got a little too crazy over here on this side of the board. Okay. Got another win, 117. He's up 6, but there are a couple with fire right on his heels. Let us see. Addresses the pin on c6. I have f3 soon. After castles, f3 right away. Castle. Castle before it's too late. Strong knight. Passed pawn. Bishop pair for black. A bishop on this square should be good. Not anymore. Doesn't have the support. Well, okay. I got a skewer. Oh, how sweet. Oh, this game. Let it end pretty. Just finish it out. Boom, boom, check. Got mate on G, G8. Boom, boom. Right? That would have been sweet. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, double check, mate. All right, oh Gorilla again. Where's this knight gonna go? Just one a pawn so fast, yeah? Okay, G6, supporting the center now. He has an extra pawn. Black has an extra pawn. Stabilize the knight? No, he's okay with putting the knight in the corner, I was gonna say. No, he wasn't. Tempo against the queen and then knight to e7. Wants the light square bishops off. This is a thorn. Maybe. What? Did he want this? He may have just blundered. I don't know what this was even pointing at. This applies some pressure to the base point. Okay, anyhow, Lion Ted again. Pretty quick win. 21 minutes remaining. Open Sicilian. No bishop b4 with a3 in. King knight for queen knight. Exchange. Where's the pawn break going to be? Which one of these? Okay, he has some space. And he's getting this pawn, and there's no queen takes pawn in the end on c2. This bishop's in the way. If it was on e7 at the end of these exchanges, there's a queen takes pawn. All right, he's getting the exchange now. If you duck the exchange, yeah, queen here. White is in the driver's seat, up the exchange and a pawn. 127. He has clearly pulled away. Ali Reza, 98 with fire. He's 29 back. That would be something, huh? He's on a 5-game winning streak. Still no pairing against Ali Reza. Okay, Mr. Manchester United Pro. Let's see. Mate threat on f7, defended by the knight. Queenside castles. Bishop pair for white. Playing on the king side, looking for a pawn break. Ideally g6, because this guy will be excited to get at e7. Undermine the light squares. Your opponent's pawns on light squares when you're playing with an unopposed light square bishop. Good general rule, I think. G5, here we go. No light square bishop anymore, but this guy is... Oh, we had mate next. You don't even need the queen. Just put a bishop there, yeah? That would be enough to do the trick. Or even a pawn, right? Where's the Crazy House fans? Pawn at f2. Mate. Okay, 131 with fire. What's his performance? Not too shabby. 3080. Okay. Queenside Fiend Kettle for both. Isolated pawn position or not. We'll see what happens after a capture on c5. Are we going to get that capture? Look at how long this tension has remained. Okay, do you don't take that? If you take that knight, it's going to be a passed b pawn that could be tough to track down. How do you get out of this pin? Okay, knight on b4, looking at d3. Knight d3. Now he's ready to take twice. Oh, in the end, you have to be careful of a skewer. Oh, who's in a pin now? This knight is cooked, too. Has no moves. Oh, that was a slick continuation, yeah? Okay, he's out of that pin. White's out of the pin, but still down a pawn. And this knight is a struggling piece. Beautiful pieces for black, pinpointing the knight in e3. Doesn't even want e3. Now he wants it. Mating net might be nearby for black. Pawn here, knight here, exchange bishops, knight on g3. He's eyeing that up. In fact, there was already some tricks nearby. The king is ready to enter. This knight is just way out here in left field. This is probably the way forward instead of a king hike. He has the time for a king hike, I imagine, but pushing the pawn along with the knight and rook should be able to weave a mate or successfully escort the pawn to promotion land. So, Opper, next opponent. Let us see. D5 break. 3 open files. Who's better developed? Both sides have a flight square. The knights are all offsetting one another. Maybe white is losing. He just hung a piece. Okay, Opera gets that one. The doctor goes down, but he is up by 19 with only 16 minutes to go. Ali Reza in 8th. His last game was a speed bump. All right, Manchester United Pro. He was hunting that f7 pawn. Scholar's mate-like. You know, he resigned in their last game, that queen move, just before he could pull off the queen move. The threat here is to take and crash through on h6. What are we doing about this? Take the knight, queen h6, the rook is hit. Oh, killer piece. Knight e4 into here. Take the knight and then jump in here. Or actually knight g5. This is defended enough. How do you develop your queen side? He wants the queens off. Not so fast. I still have thoughts of chop and then getting into f6. Okay. Distracting the bishop, but giving up a pawn in the process. Queenside castle to defend b3? No. c3. Wants to go kingside. Oh, very nice. Could have also captured right away with check. This is good too. Too many things hanging. He goes down. 137 with fire. Opper. 120 with fire. There are still 7, 8 more games remaining. We'll see. Opper is having a great tournament. He did get that pretty quick win, I would say, against the doctor. 9-3 is their match score. Knight versus bishop position. You could take. Okay, so major piece specific. I think white is maybe a tick better because of the better rooks. Still didn't have a flight square yet. Okay. How are things looking now? Still evenish. Rook is in a pin. Perpetual? I guess it's going to be perpetual. Perpetual it is. Okay, 137, 138. Opper with 120. Alireza at 104. Arm 7s. Opposite sides castling. It's a pawn, but there's also a file for the black pieces. So no entirely free pawn right there. Some activity for that guy. Have to watch out for knight c4. Okay. Queen on h6, knight on e5, knight on g5. There's tricks. Knight g5 right into this square. Once the queen's off, you have a fork. Getting the exchange. You'll take with the queen, I imagine. Actually, is there something happening here? Go 2. The knight is in a pin. Now that the queen is unprotected on A. Wow! How many of you would have played that, yeah? Ooh. Fearless king, man. Fearless king. Look at this king. Wow. Mate threat. It's defended. Okay, the knight goes here. The knight's ready to move. with an attack against the queen. The queen is hit. Knight takes on c5. Knight takes c5. There's a fork. f2 is hit. Uh-oh, mate threat as well. It's defended. Hitting the rook. It's defended. The rook is active. The king has a square here. Keep the rook. Hitting this square. Okay, okay. Wow, wow, wow. Rook h1. You're not defending that. Or are you? Wow. He did defend, but he's down on time. Oh, now he's winning. No time, though. I knew he was going to get that move in. No time anyhow. Typical tricks, right? Oh, I know you're going to recapture. Nope. I'll go to e6 and take your queen in a couple. Bullet tricks. One of the many little bullet tricks, just to shave off a quarter second. Okay. Oh man, oh man. Too much fun. Okay, Penguin. He's in 6th place. He's still looking to get in top 5, yeah? What's the trick here? He's hitting the queen twice. Oh. And don't forget about mate on g7, Penguin. Down in 14. 140, 122, Opper. Doesn't have fire. It is a big battle for that second spot. Arca 50. Okay. Well, if Magnus wins this, and it's looking like he's on his way, maybe he'll end up donating his prize again, and the next titled arena will be for a little more. Maybe $1,000 for his prize. We'll see. So far, so good. Okay, dark square bishops are gonzo. What would white like to have happen? Control over these squares. b4 and c3, but this is a long way off. Yeah. The wheels are in motion. These hanging pawns are running. This guy's pinned. This is not a threat. The knight is a good defender on f4. Pressure here. Pressure against the queen. Wants to keep the queens on. Beautiful square in the center. Pinpointing c2 again. Hitting the rook. Keeping white on his toes. These 3 pawns, yeah, these guys are frozen. Okay, so better knight. Getting that a5 move. Okay, he's giving that pawn away. Not really a fan of that decision right there. He has a5 in. Oh, now he is getting that pawn. Okay, in the end, better structure for black. Knight looking at the f4 square. This rook is clumsy. Oh, this knight is hungry. Good on the clock. This square is defended. I was ready to go here with my rook. With my rook. That's not your rook. Anyhow, I was thinking rook to e2. He tried one last sneaky move there with b4, having none of it. Plenty of time to think it through. He is in first still, 142 with fire, 9 and change remaining. Let's see, open central files, queenside castle likely. 2 good things with that. King safety, rook activity, that's nice. Crashing through, winning a pawn. Is there any drawback? Doesn't look like it. How bold. Doesn't care about taking that pawn. Doesn't care about giving white an open file towards his king. What's the story here? He's grabbing another pawn. Saying, show me. Where's your attack? Show me. Oh, one of those beautiful moves. Oh, taking advantage of back rank mates and all that good stuff. Look at how quickly that was played, yeah? Rook b1. Oh, where do I go with my queen? Where do I go? Nowhere. Nowhere. I'll show you who's boss. It's not just the moves, you know? It's not just the moves that are played, but it's how quickly certain moves are played that, I don't know, give me that thrill. Ah, that was one of those moments. Watch out, bishop. And c6. Oof, in betweener. Another check? No. It says you're uncomfortable on this square. You're in the bishop's way. Here and then this can be scary. Queen is watching over d3. Okay, queens are off. White is up a pawn and has a nice majority on the queen side. Bishop is defended against this this stuff. A little soft on this square. You could probably push through with c4 at some point. Wow, so fast. Getting mated if you take here. Careful, careful, careful. There's a check here. He's not risking it. Okay. Opper is in second. This is the number 2 guy. He needs to track that pawn down. He gets it. The b pawn gonna run. Black is stopping rook b2 stuff. Establish a king position before you are boxed out. And in some mating net. This isn't working. This pawn is too fast. Queen is on board with check. Okay. This should be easy for white. Easy to make some fast moves. Yep. Opper goes down, 124. A nice lead there, 6 points. The Doctor, 150 with fire. Ali Reza, 112. Way back. Compared to the Doctor in this one. Let's see. Something to play against, the c3 pawn. It's a weak link. Okay. Oh! Queen f6? At some point? I thought the queen was maybe better placed on e7. Okay, it's keeping pressure on e5. Oh, queen's going hunting. This is the idea. I'm just going to keep my rook right here in Pac-Man mode with the queen. Hunt the b pawn, keep you in a pin, keep you on your toes. Pinpoint f2. Boom, boom. Wheels are in motion. Nope. Rook on this square. Okay, the role reversal. Wants to get active with the rook. Queen, look at that post. I'll defend f7, but show you that I could be aggressive at the same time. Very nice. Queen's off. The rook cuts the king off, looking for rook f3. You get to f4, you're hitting everything. Okay, this should be a draw. Yeah, they agreed to a draw. Okay, 152. Let's see how this one finishes. A few more games. Ali Reza may even... Ali Reza could sneak into number 2 spot? Started to go berserk a little bit. Okay, Dimitri IM. I've played Dimitri some games. Okay. D5 right away. Doesn't care about this. Get some space. He's willing to be back, like give white a tempo or two, I guess. To open the position up some. To open up the bishop's eyes. What's happening on the king's side, though? No g-pawn around. So this concerns me. Yeah, the knight gets out of the way. This, some security over f5. Okay, he's gonna work around the knight, yeah? He's working around the knight. Mate thread on this square, queen back, all the way back. Yep. He has neutralized any attack the queen and knight might have been trying to stir up there on the king's side. So it has turned technical. In the end, black up a pawn. Super knight. Tucked right in behind that pawn. Nice square on f4 if the bishop goes anywhere else. Okay, he's shielding the pressure here on h6 and will look to make some break. Oh no, he's targeting the pawn like that. If you defend, you're in a pin. I win a pawn. He has this. He had it for a few moves. Not sure why he didn't do that. Okay, in the end, I guess not sure why he's not playing that. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's look at the clock. Can this pawn be caught? Yep. Now, is the black rook going to be fast enough? You have to watch out for this stuff. Check and then here. Also this. Okay, is he going to be fast? No, no. Look at the clock. Okay, down he goes. 3 minutes remaining. 154, 128, 124. Ali Reza, 115. 3 minutes and change. Arca, the number 3 guy. This game will count. And I'm going to say this will be the last game that counts for the tournament, unless this one ends fast. It may. No. There was a way out. Pivoting on e4. White enjoying the bishop pair. Open position. Yo. Nightmare bishops. Queenside castle for sure. a2 is covered. Centralization. Keep the queens on. What is she not doing? Stopping castling. Looking at this break. Where does the king go? He can't go queenside now. Here we go. Whew. This isn't going to end well for black, I don't think. Here we go. Breaking down the light squares. This guy's happy. Queen revisits c7. Mopping up the a-pawn. Returns. Mops up the c-pawn. Go on, grab another one. Why not? Okay, there goes the e-pawn. Oh, man. h6 is nearby. Oh, that's a nice move, defending this and this. King has a square, nice and cozy. Another passer to watch for maybe a perpetual by black getting into b3 and d1. That's a long way off. The queen has a responsibility. You're in a pickle. Pawn runs. This pawn is picked up. One thing to cover. Put the queen on c2. No problems. There's a check, but this point is covered. We have check. There goes the rook. This is defended. No stalemates. Arca goes down. 156, 128, 125. Penguin with another win. We might get Penguin. Yes, it is a double berserk game. If Penguin gets this one, he might take second. I was confused for a second. Did the doctor do what Penguin normally does? This little pet system, knight h3, was that played? Okay. White is up a piece. White is up 2 pieces. Oh, that didn't go well for the Penguin. Okay. 161, that's going to be the last game. That's how it ends. Oh, no. For the fans, another double berserk. Okay. Let's see what we get here, and then I could have some time to stare at the chat. I've been ignoring you all. What's that about? Oh, okay. I'm not sure what just happened there. Let's just enjoy this final game. Chop here. They gotta go with an in-betweener? No. They gotta go with an in-betweener. Have some tricks here. Take the knight first. You could hide over here. No problem. It's a win. The clocks. He's in the tank. Okay. I'm not sure what happened just then. Oh, that's a cool finish. Mate on board, and with that, well, that last one did not count, but the doctor takes it. Pretty convincing win, I would say. Berserk rate 1%. 161, 130, 127, 126, 125. Those 5 walk away with some money. Opera 2nd, Arca 3rd, Penguin 4th, Knight King 5th. Very nice. All right, let's check out the top 10. Ali Reza in 10th place. What performance did he have? 29-49 performance. 63 games. Berserked 8%. Okay. 3,088 for the doctor. Performance rating. Opera with a 3,015. Arca with a 29-28. Super duper strong tournament. Let's see the top 100 of this event. There's page 2. Page 3. Page 4, 5. Let's see the top 100. Oh, Kamsky played in that. Finishing 53rd. And we are almost there. That is your top 100. 741 entered this. Who knows how many actually played. All right, great event as usual. Good games all. Very nice.